Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your Daily Tarot. We're going to begin today by looking at the Angel Guide Oracle. So, welcome back to all of you who are returning subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. And to all of you who are returning viewers, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let's see what messages we have for you today. What do the angels want you to know? So, we have spiritual growth. I love that card. That's actually the card on the front of the box. We got spiritual growth, and we have inner child healing. Oh, buddy, I love this. This is gorgeous. And lastly, guardian angel. This is such a great way to start the day. Dang, y'all. Coming in strong with that good reading. Okay, so we are going to be focusing on spiritual growth, y'all. My favorite thing. My favorite thing. I can talk about spiritual growth all day. What you want to talk about? You want to talk about inner child healing? Just so happens I actually taught a class on that. If you want to find out anything about it, just let me know. I'll send you a link. I've got a link to that class in my stores. Link down below if you want to check it out. Plug. Sorry, bonus plug. I never, ever plug my own stuff. So there you have it. And then guardian angels. So obviously we need to do a little inner child healing. And this is, for a lot of us, one of the most important things that I know so many people that just think that's a bunch of nonsense, and don't knock it till you try it, because once you've done inner child healing, you'll understand how important, how vital it is. And then guardian angel, your angels want to work with you. So there is some spiritual growth on the table with inner child healing and talking to and working with our angels. So let's see what the tarot has to say about that. We are going to look at the Modern Witch Tarot, which is one of my all-time favorite decks. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, whoever is watching. What do we need to know about this beautiful spiritual growth that they are about to go through, and their inner child healing and guardian angel work that you are asking for? So let's just talk about spiritual growth. Here's the thing. We see people on the other side of spiritual growth, and they're all enlightened and, just so evolved. Here's what you didn't see. You didn't see the crying, the depression, the laying in bed, the hours and hours and hours of journaling and meditating and therapy and medicine journaling and money that we spend on all of that. And, it's just, there's so much work. And so understand spiritual growth, you have to go through it to get to the other side. And really, I'm not sure that you ever really arrived at the other side. You are a spiritual being, okay? And so your spirit is always going to grow. It never stops growing. And so I'm not sure that there is actually an other side, but you got to go through it no matter what, okay? So let's see what is going on. So let's see what is the past situation that has led to this need for spiritual growth. Up first, we start with Magician. I cannot help but laugh. So the first card we drew on the oracles is literally the card on the front of the box, okay, the spiritual growth. And then the first card that we pull for the tarot is the card on the front of the box. So I think that this is probably one of the more important readings I'm going to be doing this week. When something like that comes up to my periphery here, it's like, whoa, don't miss that. Now, it's very important, though, because spiritual growth and magician, magician is all about manifesting. And when we say manifesting, all we mean is getting ourselves into alignment with what we want and attracting it to us. And that's just really fancy way of saying focusing our energy so that we line up to what we want and we just naturally bump into it, So we have the Magician, we have the Five of Wands, there you go, and the Ace of Cups. So let's just kind of talk of this as a whole. It definitely feels like you have there is definitely something you have been wanting to manifest, okay? There's definitely something your little heart has, and we're not talking about a little something. We're not talking about like a new camera or a vacation or retiring in Europe. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about something big. Okay, whether this is a psychic gift, whether it's, being able to talk to the angels or to the dead people or to, read the tarot or whatever that is, clairaudience, cognizance, clairvoyance, whatever. There is some type of gift, spiritual gift even, the gift of healing, something that you have really, really been wanting to tap into, but you have struggled, okay? Now, you see that Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is the internal struggle, okay? This is the fire signs, the wands, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And this is very much about the internal fight, the internal struggle that we have with ourselves. I think this is kind of funny. I actually got this deck in 2020, and they had just reprinted it that year. And you see that they have on masks. And I think it's funny that they're fighting, because if you remember, if you were around for the pandemic, you might remember that there was a lot of fighting over masks. That internal struggle, some people really struggled. Should I not? You know, is it right? Is it wrong? That kind of energy. So there's just been a lot of internal struggle here. It's like you really want to be able to tap into your own gifts, tap into your own magic. But there has been a block. Whether that block is external, whether this is from friends, family, society, something stopping you from progressing forward, that, you know, oh, don't do that, what's that, blah, 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 whatever that energy is. Or there has been an internal struggle, like you're not ready to heal, you're not ready to face that aspect of yourself, or you're not ready to let go and heal. And so this internal struggle, this is what they're calling you for the spiritual growth. In order to get what you want, we're going to have to grow a little. We're going to have to get past this and do some growing, and that involves some inner child healing and perhaps even working with angels. Let's see where we're at right now. Let's look at the present timeline and see what that's led us to. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have, I love that for you. So this is the timing card, the Two of Cups. So this is going to be a kind of a slower process. And I do want to point out that you have the Ace of Cups right over that. You have the One and the Two of Cups. And we have, there we go, the Three of Pentacles. So I couldn't love that anymore if I tried. That is so loud. This is going to be a very slow process, okay? This is not going to be an overnight fix. This is going to take some time. You're going to really be going through about the next 2 years of spiritual growth. I love that sign right there. That's the caduceus, okay? That's the sign for healing, for healthy. The sign is kind of like the old doctor sign you might used to sometimes see over doctor's offices. But this is a sign of finding the internal healing for yourself, doing the work, and allowing yourself to grow spiritually. But you'll notice these two. There's two options here. There's one cup and one cup, right? Like I said, there's something that you've been waiting to come for you, but you haven't been able to get it because of a block or a worry or fear. Something is blocking it, okay? In order for you to tap into your magic, you're going to have to allow yourself to do the spiritual growth thing, and that's what this is. 1, 2, okay? The 1-2 punch. We have the guardian angels, and we have the inner child healing, okay? This is learning to work with, when we talk about the guardian angels, let me kind of give you my opinion, my belief about the angels. I believe that we have a source, a creator. You can call it God, you can call it source, creator, the world, the universe, whatever. I don't care, okay? It's just a thing that ties us all together. It's the universal energy that we are all stemmed from. All of us are created out of that energy. We all have that energy flowing within us that connects us. This is literally the thing that we can tap into each other with, because we all share that energy. That energy, source, God, whatever you want to call it, is in a different dimension than us. We live here in this earthly dimension. It is in a higher dimension than us. Very high frequency dimension. Very, 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 the highest frequency of all. There's nothing higher than source energy. That energy, we could not contain it here on this earth. We are a very low density, okay, very low frequency down here on earth. And because of that, we're not able to contain source energy within our bodies. So to gap the bridge between us and source, to be able to connect directly to source to this beautiful thing. Picture source as almost a person with 2 arms, and on those arms it has 2 hands, but each one of those hands has 4 billion fingers, okay? And each one of those fingers directly touches a human. All 8 billion of us on this earth has a finger that's touched directly by source. That finger is connecting us to source. That's his finger touching us. That finger that's touching you, that's your higher self. That higher self, I also think of that your higher self as your guardian angel. There's no difference between your higher self and your guardian angel, okay? They're the same exact being, okay? In my opinion. And I know that's controversial. Some people will disagree with me, but if you understand the purpose of angels, that is your higher self. That's your guardian angel is your higher self. They're just, for some reason, they've been separated into different beings, but they're not. They're the same being. It just somehow got different names. Your higher self and your guardian angel. So this is learning to work with your guardian angel, your higher self, your connection to source, okay? Also, some people call that your intuition. Both things are true. Your guardian angel and your intuition, I see them as one and the same. I know that that's controversial, but that is what they're saying. Work with your guardian angel, your higher self. You're learning to work with your intuition by healing your inner child. That's what this is, the healthy, healed inner child, okay? And so as we do that, this is going to be a slow process. It's going to show you where there's been some unsteadiness, some instability in your life, and how not trusting your intuition, not being guided by your higher self, your guardian angel, and also the unhealed aspects of your inner child has blocked you, has created this instability. And now you're gonna have the opportunity to work with your guardian angel and your and do the inner child work. And as you work together, you build this beautiful, you create this beautiful new picture for yourself, this beautiful new life for yourself. Because remember, as within, so without. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And so you're working, doing the work, inner child work, working with your higher self, learning to trust your intuition, being guided by your guardian angel, and you paint this beautiful new picture. Like I said, this is going to be a slow process, probably over the next 2 years, okay? So let's go ahead and see, where does this go? And then where does it end? We have the Seven of Wands. We have the King of Wands is in reverse. And we have Justice. There's Libra right there. And underneath, we have the Two of Swords. We have the, interesting, the Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Hermit. Wisdom gain. Beautiful. This is going to be a slow cycle, okay? Going forward over the next 2 years, there's definitely going to be some inner struggles, okay? You're definitely going to, as you are peeling back these layers of yourself, as you're learning to trust your intuition, as you're learning to be guided by your intuition, by your guardian angels, by trusting them, by healing that inner child and going into that growth spiritually, there's going to be some struggles. You're going to have some physical struggles. You'll probably have illnesses come up that need to be healed. You'll probably have relationship struggles because you're healing. And people know you as an unhealed version of yourself. And as you become healed, not everybody's going to like this new healed version of yourself. And even you may not always like this new healed version of yourself. There will be some internal struggles as the big picture of who you are is revealed, as these parts of yourself that you did not know come to be, as you reveal yourself. It's not always easy. And I don't want to say that to scare you, okay? But nothing worth having is ever easy, okay? If it was, we would all be billionaires, okay? If everything was easy, if it's something worth, or not billionaires, but at least, financially independent, right? We would all be well off and healthy and happy if it was easy, okay? But nothing worth having is easy. You've got to put your skin in the game. Life is equal to what you put in is what you get out. And that is very important to know here, because even though it's not going to be easy, I didn't say it was going to be easy. I said it's going to be worth it, because here we go. Justice. I love that. That is Archangel Michael's sword of truth up there. There's the scales of balance, of justice, of truth. You got those two columns over beside you. Those are the number. Think of the columns looking like the number 11, okay? And when you think of the number 11, think of you standing in the mirror looking at yourself. You're reflecting your truth back to yourself. You're being honest with yourself. You're finally balanced. And so there is some internal struggle. There is some external struggle as you go through this, as you move through this, as you reveal parts of yourself that you didn't know, as you heal parts of yourself that needed to be healed. But buddy, when you get on the other side of it, there is this beautiful, calm, enlightened, spiritual being who can't wait to meet you. So let's talk about the underlying cards that support this before we sign off for the day. We have the Two of Swords. You're no longer fighting this. You're no longer resisting this. You're actually actively curious and open and wanting to see, where does this go? You are starting to recognize the sense of lack that is kind of been the background of your life, and you're starting to recognize that that's not who you are. This is who you are, somebody who is fully healed, whole, and ready to be the full, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Have experiences, okay? That's what they're saying. Have the experience of healing. Have the experience of finding out what's on the other side of that spiritual being, okay? That's who you are. It's like you're coming in from this, just thinking that you're a human being, and now you're starting to realize the full spectrum of yourself as a spiritual being. And this is divine wisdom. This is self wisdom, self understanding, and truly being at peace, of gaining that light of wisdom and knowledge and truth. And so I just feel like, and again, this is Virgo. So we have Virgo with the Hermit here. We have Justice, Libra, and we have the Magician, Aries. So there's just this energy of, and again, I said this earlier, Aries season and Libra season. You begin with Aries season, you'll end in Libra season. So like I said, there's something about this year, you're really coming into some pretty remarkable truths, and being willing to be vulnerable and honest for the sake of authenticity. And as you do, this leads to almost a natural inclination to heal, to discover those parts of yourself that you've just been holding back, and finding out who you really are. And that's so freaking exciting. And I love that storyline for you. So get ready, because there is a whole lot of healing coming, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. So if you enjoyed this reading, or if you know somebody who would enjoy this reading, please be sure to give me a like, a comment, or a share with somebody who would enjoy this information. And I would love to see y'all come back. I will be back tomorrow. So until then, y'all take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.